Hello and welcome. In this lecture, I want to talk about Adobe After Effects interface. If your current interface doesn't look like mine, don't worry, I will teach you how to customize and change these layouts. Now, I will talk about important After Effects panels for new users. Here on the left side, we have Project window. If you want to use any external files in your project, I mean photos, videos, audios, etc., you have to import them inside this window. To import files into this window, we have two methods. Method 1, from menu you can select File, Import, File. Method 2, double-click inside Project window and select your files to import. While importing footage, we have two different options. You can import a single file, or if you have multiple numbered files, by turning on this image sequence option, you can import multiple files as a sequence. This is Effects Control panel. Here you can see all effects applied to a layer. To open this panel, select a layer in timeline and hit F3 on your keyboard, or from menu select Effects, Effects Control. Here you can manipulate settings and effects applied to a selected layer in timeline. Okay, this is Tools panel. Here we have some tools that we will use them a lot. Try to memorize hotkeys for these tools because this will help you to work faster in Adobe After Effects. If some tools are disabled for you right now, don't worry. When you add layers to your composition, you can access all these tools. This is Footage window, and if you want to see a preview of a video or image, you can simply double-click on it in Project window. Now, in Footage window, you can move Time Indicator. Click on Set Endpoint, and then move Time Indicator forward, and click on Set Out Point. By doing this, you can make a clip of this footage. Also, you can click on the middle of this clip over these lines and move this clip through time. This open curly braces shows a start time or frame of the clip, and close curly braces shows end time or frame of the clip. And this number shows the length of the clip. All of these numbers are based on your timecode display format. If you hold Ctrl key or Command key on your keyboard and left click on this number, you can change timecode display format. Okay, put your time indicator at the frame you want your clip to start. Now to insert this clip inside your composition, we have two options. If you click on Overlay Edit button, as you can see, your clip will be placed at current time indicator position. I hit Ctrl Z to undo. And if you click on Ripple Insert Edit button, as you can see, all below layers will be splitted at your current time indicator position, and all right side parts of the splitted layers will be shifted to the right, and this clip will be inserted between these two sections. Okay, this is Composition window. This window shows everything that is available inside your timeline. I mean videos, photos, text, effects, masks, cameras, null objects, etc. Okay, this is Preview panel. This is where you can make preview from what you have in your timeline or composition. Here we have first frame, previous frame, play button, next frame, and last frame, mute audio, and loop options. Here you can change RAM preview shortcut. For example, you can set it to numpad 0, or you can select from menu, composition, preview, play current preview. Set range to work area. By doing this, you can see a preview of all layers in timeline that are between work area start handle and work area end handle. And also, here you can select a proper frame rate. Here you can set the resolution. If you want to see your compositions in high quality, you can set it to full. If you select current time for play from option, then by pressing 0 key, preview will start from current time indicator position in your timeline. And here we have some other options that you can play with them. Here we have Info panel. In this window, you can see what is the position of your cursor in Composition window. Top left corner is the original coordinates for your composition, I mean 0, 0. And you can see that these numbers are changing as I move my mouse in this window. Also, here you can see the RGBA value for each point under my cursor in Composition window. This is Effects and Preset panel. Here we have lots of different effects and presets. At this time, you can see all the default After Effects plugins and presets, and if you add some other plugins or presets to After Effects, you can see them inside this panel. If we want to add an effect to a layer, we have two methods. Method 1, select the effect from Effects and Preset panel and drag it over the layer. Method 2, you can select the layer in timeline, then in Effects and Preset panel, double-click on an effect. This is Character panel. If you add the text in your composition, you can change text properties in this window. For example, you can change font style, text size, set the leading, spaces between multiple rows of text, tracking for characters, spaces between characters, add the strokes, change the scales, and some other options available here you can use to change text styles. Here we have Paragraph panel. In this window, you can change format of the text, for example, align it to the left, center, and right. To change text alignment, simply select your text in timeline, and by clicking on these buttons, you can change text alignments. And here you can change text justify to distribute your text evenly between margins. And this is composition area. On the left side, you can see all the layers we have used in this composition, and on the right side, you can see visual representation of the layers. Here you can add keyframes to layers, divide them, change timing of layers. You can add a script to a specific effect of a layer and other features that you will learn more about them later in future videos. Now I want to talk about these small buttons available here. This I button shows or hides videos. If you hide this layer, then it won't be rendered in final video. By audio button, you can on or off audio for this layer. Solo button will show only this layer and hides all other layers. If you hold Alt key and left click on Solo button, then you will turn on Solo for current layer and turn off Solo for other layers. And this lock button will lock the layer, and it is useful when you want to avoid accidentally selecting this layer. And here we have some other items that we will talk about them in future lectures. This is Render Queue window. In this window, we will render our final composition. Here we will make a video of our projects. Don't worry, I will talk about all essential parts of the render settings window in a future lecture. We will talk about how to render high quality videos with a small file size, how to add some great compressors like H.264 to your compressor list if you don't have it here right now, and many other essential tips. If you can see some of these panels, you can open Window menu and show or hide panels. For example, I add Wiggler and Brushes panels. Also, you can change each window position. By clicking and dragging the window, you can see some highlighted areas around the windows, and you can place your window wherever you like. To undock a panel, right-click on panel name and select Undock Panel to make it float. And to dock it to a panel window again, simply click on panel name and drag it over new window and leave it on one of these highlighted areas. And to close a panel, right-click on panel name and select Close Panel. If you want to have specific panels every time you open After Effects, you can save your workspace. To do this, you can close unwanted panels or add panels that you need and rearrange them. And finally, choose Window, Workspace, Save as New Workspace, and give it a name, for example, My Workspace, and hit OK. Now, if you switch to another workspace, then to recover your saved After Effects interface, simply select Window, Workspace, and click on your saved layout. Okay, this was the basic introduction to After Effects interface, and as we go along, you will learn more about this amazing interface. So, I hope you have enjoyed so far, and I'll see you in next lecture.